They don't got that level of power, fam.
We'll start. I don't think we got that bit.
They don't got that level of power.
How much more do you reckon you got like to record before you got to shoot?
I just 10 minutes.
10 minutes. I can't, bro. I'll ask you because I don't think you got it on camera anyway, bro. But I'll ask it like as a group question, innit? Alright, so man, then there's a gazelle running from a lion, right? Does that gazelle feel fear? That's the question, isn't it? Does the gazelle feel fear when it's running from the lion?
Come on, fam. I shook, fam. I'm not running to class, fam. Man's running for his life. You get it?
But I'm saying, all right, cool. But why does the gazelle feel fear?
Instinct.
Okay. But couldn't the gazelle change its mentality, yeah, and say, you know what? Bun this, I'm tired of running. I'm gonna turn around, I'm gonna try fight, man.
He could. And why my thing is, man could turn around and say, I'm tired of running and get yam.
You don't know that, bro. Like you man said about when the about like a mum lifting up the car, yeah, because her child's underneath the car and has got some different type of strength. What if the gazelle could have that?
Nah, but you just don't have the capabilities, fam.
We don't know that because obviously that's what they do in it. They run in it. But all I'm saying is you never know if they could change their mentality. Also, let's say if one gazelle can't take down a tiger, that's fair enough. But let's say they're all tired of running because they all do the same thing. And let's say they say, you know what? Let's 20 of us take on this one tiger or lion. They'll have a chance.
All right, I agree with you on that point, right? But I also believe in living to come back another day. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Hold on, I like that point. Man said living to come back another day. But what's the point of living to come back another day when you're always in a state of fear? Is that a type of life you want to live? Living in fear? What do you have to say to that, sir?
Nah, but I hear what you're saying, but like, remember we're talking about fear. So in that moment, he's still feeling that fear.
No, my question was, bro, yes, living to see another day, but who wants to live a life of fear on a daily basis? Is that the type of life you want to live?
But when you're in the wild, you're going to feel that fear, innit?
No, you're not answering my question. My question is, do you want to live on a daily basis in a state of fear? Yes or no?
Me personally, no.
Exactly. So when are you eventually going to stand up for yourself and come out of that state of fear?
But you've got to deep it, right? The question I asked was like one situation, but I hear what you're saying where maybe you can get more gazelles to come back and attack the lion, innit?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, what if they're not on it? Then what do you do? If they're not on it, then you're that's what I'm saying.
Anyway, my point is this. Even if they're not on it, then you just have to do your thing. Because at the end of the day, look, my thing is this. Would you rather want to live in a state of fear just to see another day on a daily basis and you know the same thing's going to happen every single day? Or do you know what? Say, let me go out on my shield. If it's to be, it's to be, but let me go out on my shield. It depends what mentality you have and what type of person you are. Do you know what I'm saying? Me personally, I would rather want to go out on my shield than knowing that every day I'm in fear of something. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What type of life is that to live?
Yeah, as a human, I'm going out on the sword, fam. As a gazelle, taking off.
As a gazelle, bro. As a gazelle.
That's why man made me this. Because if I was a gazelle, brother, I'm showing them what this Mo Farah do.
Brother.
You get me? I'm gone.
Well, me personally, I'll be a different type of gazelle, bro.
I can never be a gazelle, fam.
If I was a gazelle, I'll be a different type of gazelle. You get me?
What do you think the gazelle should do? You think the gazelle should stand its ground?
Yeah.
Man's trying to change the ecosystem. That's why I love Casa. Man's trying to change the whole food chain. Man's gonna come back. There's only like 20 lions in like
because
2,000 kilometers.
But there's even not even just like the gazelle, but there's even humans like that, bro, that live in a daily basis of fear. But you have to ask yourself, why do you fear this scenario or situation, and do you want to continue to fear it? And if you don't, you have to change it and you have to face it. And that's my point.
Now, on a serious note, that's why we're making jokes, but on a serious note,
that's my point. Do you know what I'm saying? It's the mentality.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Thing. And like I said, the more you're attached to in life, the more you're going to have fear of things.
Yeah, you have fear of loss.
Do you know what I'm saying?
The more things you,
but
yeah. 100%.
I do believe there's different attributes of ourselves that not a lot of people are aware of because they haven't spent time with themselves to develop those other attributes. We only know certain like attributes like fear and stuff like that because they've been told to us, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? But go on.
But this is why I say fear is good. That's why I say at the start I said it separates people. That's what separates the gazelles, you understand? Because there might be, you said one gazelle or one whatever, one person that stands up, that's a special one, you see what I'm saying? And that's why I think fear was given to us to separate us, who's going to come above it, you see what I'm saying? So in that way I agree with you, innit? But I just think it's not something that always you can control. I think sometimes it's a feeling that just hits you and how you react to it separates you.
And I think it is something that you can control. Because I remember someone that like a coach of mine, like a boxing coach of mine, you know, he said like, you know, fear is an energy. And he said every time he had a fight, he would get this nervous energy. But then what he would do is his breathing. He said breathing was key to controlling that nervous energy. And what he used to do was he used to breathe in that nervous energy, like quick breathing. And then he started to realize that fear went and it just turned into anger. So when he went out to go and fight, he just wanted to mash a man in. It was no longer fear.
I do feel like some things can be trained. Do you know what I'm saying? Like some, of course, certain instincts and that can be trained out like anything. Do you get what I'm saying? I do think that, yeah. I think that some fear isn't valid. Like for some people, I'm gonna be honest. Do you know what I'm saying? I feel like some fear is just not valid. I think some of it is just a character flaw. You get some people in life that are just shook at everything. Do you get what I'm saying? They won't do certain things because they're shook. Won't leave the house, they're shook. Do you get what I'm saying? Won't eat things, they're shook.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's not even something that's just a character trait. I don't want to say flaw, but a character flaw in it. If you have that much fear, you're not gonna get very far.
Remember what I said last time when we was mentoring those kids? Do you remember what I said, bro, to them? Remember we was actually talking about fear. And I said to them, I can't remember off the top of my head, but I said something to them like, why, like, if you actually acknowledge why you fear something, like you have to ask yourself why. Why do you fear that problem? And what are you going to do about it? Because there's no point just fearing it. What are you going to do about it? All right, cool, I fear this, but what am I going to do so then this no longer controls me anymore?
But this is what I'm kind of saying, bro. You need to feel that fear to change it. No, that's what I'm trying to say. So you need to feel that thing in the first place to change it. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you ask yourself them questions. That's what I'm trying to say. Do you see what I'm saying? So even like any situation in life where you feel something, you have to know, once you feel that fear, you know, you have to think why you feel that way and then you can change it. That's what I'm trying to say the whole time.
And I agree. But also I feel like certain fears, like Trey said, certain fears that have been given to us were very unnecessary.
Yeah.
Don't think you always have to, like Trey said, fear. Yeah, you don't always have to.
Like
you don't always have to.
There is like fear mongering that happens. Like when you're in school, they tell you you've got to pass these grades, and it does get to people. And I think it's just a lot of fears you can get rid of with your mentality, innit? But I think most of them is just how you're brought up.
But my thing is like, again, for me, it's all about the mentality, innit? Like, let's say from young, instead of someone telling you to be fearful of something and they switch it around and tell you, nah, like they give you a mindset of a conqueror. Everything you do, you must conquer. Then you no longer need fear because you've been programmed now to just conquer everything, conquer every goal. That's just your mindset, to just conquer everything, to be the best at everything. If you look at certain athletes, yeah, some of them don't fear anything. They just have the mentality of just being the best and conquering anything they do. It depends what you've been installed into yourself. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that's what it is. It does start from certain, like some fears are just from, they've been taught to them in it. That's why I say like from a kid, you've been taught to fear this or failure, or so then you just grow up to be shook. Do you get what I'm saying?
No, facts.
For those kids and those adults maybe now, you obviously have to train that out of yourself. But I think like as parents or maybe people that have influence over younger people around them, they shouldn't instill certain fears into them. Do you know what I'm saying?
Fact.
And they should tell them things aren't to be feared. Like,
Fact.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen man, you throw their kid 4 meters up in the air, the kids come back down giggling. Fam.
Yeah.
I've done it. You know what I'm saying? And these times, that's because the youth knows, one, it's gonna be caught, so it has no reason to fear, and two, it doesn't. It's nobody's now telling the youth that it can be hurt by that. Do you get what I'm saying?
Facts.
So it doesn't believe it's possible, so it don't fear nothing. Do you get what I'm saying? If I do that to one of us, man, in this room now, that's my man. Whoa, while we're up in there, because we know when we hand back, cuz you know what I mean. Things might snap, cuz do you get what I'm saying? But I feel like doing that allows your kids or younger generation to have much more opportunity because they grow without hindrance.
Yes.
Do you get what I'm saying? Whether it's
like that.
realistic or not, I do think to grow without something holding you back or believing something's holding you back
Yep.
allows you for even more growth. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah, because by the time you do encounter shit, that thing ain't doable. You know what I'm saying?
That's something as well. No, I
Run it,
agree.
run it, run it,
No,
run
I
it.
was gonna say, I remember I was watching something, and like, let's say the tribes back in the day, bro, when they had to hunt all type of different type of beasts and animals, yeah, like naturally we could say, oh, man probably felt fear, but how do we know? We don't know what his parents or her parents instilled in them. They could have said, no, like, you're the king of the jungle. You know what I'm saying? Like, go and hunt these things with confidence. It's all about the mentality. And then you just use your smarts. All right, cool. How am I going to hunt this animal and this beast? You're going to start coming out with a plan. Do you know what I'm saying? And then you're going to eventually get it. Do you know what I mean? But it's all about the mindset.
But like you said, it has to be instilled, innit? You see
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And I think that's an important thing. And that's why I think, like, sometimes you do feel fear, sometimes you haven't had it instilled into you. So, like, what I would say to, like, anyone that watches that feels fear, like, you have to make sure you instill it yourself. It's not something that you can just get rid of, like, by over time. You have to instill it, whether it's your mentality. And I think it's important to instill it into younger people. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because their minds are a bit more malleable. Do you understand? So when they take that information, they can grow with it. Do you understand what I'm saying? I think. Oh wait, go on. Actually, go on.
I just want to say, like, again, for me, I realize, me personally, it's the attachment. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you stay attached to the things that maybe your parents or the people you're around, like, told you. Do you know what I mean? Like, once you let go of the attachment and you no longer, once you let go of the attachment and you no longer allow that fear to control you, that's when you free yourself. Do you know what I'm saying? It's the attachment that people hold on to, and that's why they stay in a state of fear. Do you know what I mean? So it's like you have to just let go. What I've learned is let go of certain beliefs, certain things I've been told, and be in a place of just, like, I look at everything as like an experience. That's how I look at everything now. It's just an experience. I'm not really attached to too much things. And not saying that a lot of people say, when people hear the word attached, they think it's a bad thing, but it's not. Because the problem with being attached to something is that when that thing goes, that's when you're going to start to worry. Do you know what I mean? Because you, what's the word? Like, what's the word? I want to use the right word. I'll come back to me, innit? Come on, bro. Come back
What
to
do you
me.
mean, like hold value in something or too much?
No, I
or
want to
too much
use
power.
I want to use the right word.
Because I kind of get what you're saying. Don't get me wrong. Like I'm there with you. I'm just trying to.
No, yeah, there's a particular word I want to use, but it's not coming
You
to
know
me.
what I'm saying?
It's not coming to me right now. But that's my thing in it, is that it's the attachment. Like, when you get to the point of, you know what, I don't care, I'm gonna try what I want to try, then that's when you're free. Do you know what I mean? Whether the consequences are good or bad, at least you've got that freedom. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's the key, is the freedom. Me, I'd rather be free than be in a state of fear, because being in a state of fear doesn't allow you to think as, like, it doesn't allow you to think as sharply when you're in a state of fear. I don't really see any benefits. Hence why I always say, if you do feel that energy, try and change it into something positive. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's a good place to end it, man.
No, Clayton's itching to say something, in fact.
Nah, I'm not, bro. I'm not. I just.
Nah,
Bro. I agree with what you say, innit? Like, if you feel that feeling change it, the only thing I don't like agree with is I think it's something that you don't have and it's put onto you. You see what I'm saying? I think sometimes if you haven't been taught a certain way, you will have that feeling. I think that's why, as like parents or whoever with young people, you have to instill like braveness into people. I don't think it's something that they just have all of a sudden. Do you know what I'm saying? Some people, when they go into certain situations in life, are going to be more uneasy with it. You understand what I'm saying? And it's just whether you can instill someone with the mentality where they're going to try it. That's what I'm saying. So whether it's with anyone, and I think if, like you said, if you're always told you can't do something, you're going to hold more illusion that you can't do it. Whereas if you're, like you said, if you're in the tribes and you're telling them they can do it, they're not going to go in with the same mentality as you are. I just think it's your mentality which creates the fear a lot of the time. That's what I'd say.
No, I like that. I like that. Like, I agree to an extent. Like, I do think, like, as a youth, like as a baby, for example, you don't know fear. It's not a thing that's there. So, for example, if that item or anything hasn't ever caused you pain, you don't know to fear it. So, for example, a flame isn't gonna give you anything until you touch it as a youth and realize, "Huh, that shit burned me up, fam. I felt pain because of that." So next time you see the thing, you're not gonna put your hand in it because you know what's happening. So some of it is an experience. Do you get what I'm saying? Some experience you shouldn't have. Like, for example, if you put a baby in front of a lion, he's not gonna be shook off the lion because he don't know what it's capable of. It's just a big nothing. Do you know what I'm saying? But until somebody tell him like, stay away from that, or it sees what it can do, and it's gonna feel fear. But until then, fear is an illusion.
And I just want to say, like, it just depends if you're happy with the consequence you get. Do you know what I mean? So what I mean by that is, for example, if I'm on a tree and I fall down, am I happy with the pain I feel when I fall down? If I'm cool with that pain, then I'm going to keep on doing it. But if I'm not cool with that pain, then that's when I'll become fearful of it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Just like what you said, when you put your hand in the fire, like, am I cool with that pain? If I can tolerate that pain, I'm gonna keep doing it. But if I can't tolerate that pain, then and I don't want to feel that feeling again, then I might become fearful. And then, like you said, I won't do it again because I don't like that consequence.
I just think,
Some of it's not fear, it's just wisdom.
I think, like you said, it's all illusion. I think the only fear which I think is real fear is that fear where you have to protect myself doing what I have to do. You know what I'm saying? When you get that's the only fear that I think is real fear. You know what I'm saying? Because I think you have to feel that fear to react to that situation. Like you said, a baby might see something that can attack them and they might not be scared or nothing, but they might not react in it and they might get hurt because they're not going to react. Or like even with like certain animals, I think they feel that fear because they know, okay, now I've got to do this to get out of that situation. You see what I'm saying? I just think fear is just a way to make you react, innit? It's not necessarily a thing where it's like you said, like with human beings, we're different because we think probably, and we obviously communicate a lot more in it than like animals, but like we think of fear as our mental ones probably more than physical ones, isn't it? Well, I think that's where the confusion comes. Like you said, with that definition, I kind of don't agree with the definition in a way where it's like things, because I think, what did you say? It was like things that, like something could happen. Like,
Tell you what it said.
Yeah.
It said an unpleasant emotion caused by the threat of danger, pain, or harm.
so it says of the threat of pain, danger,
Basically,
harm.
it's just basically saying it's an unpleasant emotion.
Yeah.
Caused by the threat, so the potential basically, or the immediate thing of danger, pain, or harm.
So if you're talking pain to the human body, I agree, but like mental pain, I don't agree, innit? I think that's all in your head. That's what I'd say to that.
Yeah. I think that's why we talk, innit?
No, you guys done?
Yeah.
I can't stand it out. Click.
Unique perspectives. We're out, people.
Nah, I think like there's a lot on there. Do you know what I'm saying?